about the causeway.
Oh yes.
You know, they never restored the health of the Petitcodiac River system.
No.
But at the same time, when you get a lot of pollution, you want still waters that are biologically more active, where you have an increased, it got an increased ability to detoxify the water before you release it into a bigger body of water.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what in nature the beavers used to do.
Okay.
You know? I went to the meeting at Turtle Creek. There's a microbiologist. He said above the lake, basically pristine water. Mm-hmm. 200 parts per million or per billion in pathogens.
Right.
Below the dam, 40,000 parts per million. You know, 40,000 parts of dangerous pathogens in water.
Really?
Plus, how much pollution from the last 100 years is sealed in the mud.
Yeah.
Of the riverbed, you know, that has filled in. And when they open up the causeway, that pollution gets distributed all the way up to Salisbury, near River Glade, along the riverbank, and all the way into the Bay of Fundy and plays havoc with the marine life.
Yes.
You know, settles down at the sea bottom.
Yes.
And you asked the Jim Wood, the lobster fishermen, they're from Alma.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago when they had opened up the dam, for the next few years, the lobster catches were way down.
Okay.
You know. And I say, you know, a dead dog, you don't dig it up, it starts stinking.
Right.
And another point I made, aren't the taxpayers of this country already enough burdened down when they have to pay, work until the end of July just to pay for taxes?
Yes.
I remember when over in the old country, when I was a young fella, there was a fella coming by, he was collecting taxes, you know, and my mother quite often, she had quite interesting talks with him, you know. And
how can you have an interesting talk with a tax person?
Huh?
How can you have an interesting talk with a tax person?
He still was one of the old fellas.
Yeah, he was human.
Not one of those new technocrats, you know.
Yeah.
But see here, the last 25 years, in any of those fields, hardly ever do I see the second cut of Timothy heading out.
Okay.
This ground, they've dumped so much shit on here, you know, and as I say, I can back it up, all what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know, I've watched it long enough. See what they've been doing here, what they don't get from the air.
Okay.
This was when I was growing grain here.
Yeah.
They had ruined from there on the field, you know.
Okay.
It was all burnt off, and then after about 3 weeks, strip along here up to here, it still was growing good. See, like from the air, the overdrift from the tree protected this layer here, you know.
Yes.
And so after about 3 weeks, along here, the grain was growing this high, you know. And it stood out like a sore thumb, you know. So a few days later when I came by, this strip had turned grey, was burnt off, the same way as what you see there across the brook.
Yeah.
And the next year, the grain on this strip, they had put so much on, it wouldn't tiller anymore.
Okay.
Same way as what you see with the Timothy. You see from a plant, only a single stalk coming up, you know, no more tillering.
Right.
The same way Liet Vasseur, Environmental Studies Department at Moncton, UDM.
Right.
I brought a whole bag full of mutated specimen.
Right.
When they had messed up that field right the year after I had seeded it down.
Right.
Oh, we are too busy. We are just building a new addition to the department.
Right.
They just got I don't know, $300,000 or something. You know, that's when they start building the addition there across McLaughlin Drive, or what it's called. Right across from the university on the left-hand side. You know, when you drive toward Elmwood Drive.
Yeah, I know the building.
Yeah. This.
I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah.
So that's ashes.
Huh?
That's ashes.
That's good ashes. You know, they take the sawmill waste here from Petticoat
Oh yeah.
and from the Irving sawmill, and they take it down to St. John and use it as hog fuel.
Okay.
You know, to run the pulp mill.
Yeah.
No, those fields, they were growing up in bushes, and I cleared them all again, and as I say, they were wet as anything. Go this way.
Okay.
And I put ditches in and everything. But yeah, the ditch on the lower side of the road, I originally made it.
Okay.
The Department of Highway wouldn't do it.
Okay.
We only ditch on the upper side of the road.
Uh-huh.
So I went with a plow to work and with a tractor. Plowed 4 furrows, 8 furrows up, 12 furrows up, hauled it into the field. You know, with the blade in back on the tractor.
Right.
That's the way I ditched all the way from the community pasture down to the other end of the farm.
Okay.
And that fall, I was kind of hard up in money. And I'd seen the way they played around around my place when they were fixing the roads there.
Right.
For about 1 week with 2 big dozers, and what little they did there, you know. And so I figured at least they should pay me for my fuel. So I went right to Frederick and saw the highway minister Bishop, you know. 3 weeks later I had a check for $250.
Wow. Results.
I wasn't shy about it, you know.
No.
See that field across there?
Right.
They got it the same messed up as the field we were looking across the box here.
Okay.
You can stop there. Here.
Can we go here?
There's a driveway here.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, somebody's driving around here in my field. I didn't want to drive through. I still have to spread this. You know, when they were building the highway, the big highway.
Oh yeah.
This field would normally bring 6 rolls per acre. I'm lucky if I get 3 bales per acre.
Well.
See, that's a field I see that there, 2 years back there was a Bock.
Okay.
You know? And that is the same way messed up as that field over there. You know? Same way messed up. Then this field here, see here? This has been limed. See?
Okay.
Only strawberry seed.
Oh, okay.
Sown strawberries.
Yeah.
Just keep burning it off, burn it off. See when I talk to you about the purple knots?
Yeah.
See, the old way of detecting if there was something wrong, chemical imbalance in the soil, you were looking at the plants, you know, and they would tell you if there was phosphate deficiency, potassium deficiency, micronutrient deficiency, telltale signs. Different species, you know, showed different signs, and you could cross-reference it. Same way, lack of nitrogen. Lack of nitrogen is the easiest way to figure out, you know. But those were all the, look, I grew up with the old ways. And I gradually worked into the new ways. You know, we were using chemicals. We were growing sugar beets, we were growing potatoes, we were growing grain. I was milking about between 8 and 10 cows, you know, feeding out maybe 150 pigs a year, you know. So I was familiar with all those things. In sugar beets, in grain, we were using MCPA 2.4D, you know, against white mustard and thistles, you know.
Okay.
We would use Avadex as a pre-emergence herbicide in grain, you know, and Avadex in grassy weeds in sugar beets, Alipur in sugar beets, against broadleaf weeds and pyramine against broadleaf weeds. I even built a sugar beet planter, a 6-row sugar beet planter from scratch, together with a sprayer behind. You know, and since those sprays were so expensive, I built a band sprayer that sprayed only about a 5-inch wide band. You know, that way I was saving 2/3 of the cost for the spray.
Okay.
Because you had to cultivate in between the rows anyway.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I built the whole friggin' thing. You know, I built self-propelled seeders, self-propelled cultivators even before I came here to Canada. You know, and I didn't want to go, you know, this kind of a shit. It's farmed like in the Stone Age. What they basically pushed me back.
Yeah.
But as I say, I don't see any need here in this country to fatten the purses of the big chemical companies. But they have been sabotaging us, basically forcing us, you know, with this kind of a shit where they keep spreading weeds and everything, you know, get us into the whole financial loop. You know, so they always can figure a certain amount of sales per year.
Right.
But this makes the people, makes us basically bankrupt the farmer, you know, and we don't produce any more a good organically produced product for the consumer. Right. And I don't want to get into this racket. I'm just plain fed up with it. And the ones that were pushing that was all through the years, the departments of agriculture. I've seen it over in the old country, they were doing it, and here in the New Brunswick Department of Agriculture, the same kind of idiots. And I said there years ago, I said, you know, it would be a lot cheaper for the taxpayer if they would fire you guys and you get a job with the chemical companies and with the machinery companies, because that's what all you're doing sales pitches for those companies.
Which way are we going? Back down?
Yeah. Look, if more people would start waking up, this could be reversed.
Sure.
You know, I don't mean, you know, fellas said years ago we have to have a revolution. I said, that's a bunch of bullshit. Clean out the system. Get the dead beats out of the system and get the dirt bags out of the system. That's all it takes.
Right.
And one of the most effective means of getting them out of the system is disclosing it. Disclosure.
Yeah.
You know, bring it out, bring all the shit out in the open, and then let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
Here they burnt 5 bales here and 10 bales over at the other. See, this field had 90 tons per acre. You know, that field over there had 90 tons per acre.
Yeah.
It's the same soil. See? I left it there for some fellows from the Department of Agriculture to finally get off their butt and come here. I haven't seen anyone of here, now for years.
Yeah.
Walter Brown, last year, he was here and he was pussyfooting a little bit around, but no definite things, no samples being taken, nothing. Oh, here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, just pull over here to the side.
I can pull in.
Don't drive in rough ground, you said here.
This way here?
Yeah.
Put it here? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. This is what they let off when they drive the road.
Oh yes.
And the wind blast blows it over to the side. Poverty weed.
Okay.
This is main culprit in hay fever. Common ragweed. First time showed up in this area in 1976 on the lower farm on the upper side of the road.
Okay.
A strip 9 feet wide and 80 feet long in a barley field. And that 1976, that's about when you first saw the commercials against hay fever medication, Sudafed and all those antihistamines.
Yeah.
As I say, you create a condition, you create a market for your product. You want to take a close look? That's common ragweed.
Yeah. Got it.
See, hay fever is not the pollen of the hay. It's the pollen of the common ragweed,
Okay, yeah.
you know. And this poverty weed, put it along here, and then they hope it will spread in the field, but they help it with let us walk halfway down the field. Lucky, it's okay. Never mind. You stay home. See? Selectively damage and kill Timothy and introduce this grass. It's not a native grass from around here. It's a dryland grass, dries up fast, hardly any feed value at all.
Okay.
And see what I told you again about the Timothy? That's when they, when it is grown, actively grown. Those nuts, they are deep purple, pretty near black, you know. But that's generally a sign that the of those corrosive chemicals in the soil have reached a lethal concentration.
Okay.
The next stage is Timothy won't grow at all anymore in the soil.
Okay.
And the way, when you look at the Timothy plant, it got a bulb. See, it doesn't even tiller anymore. Normally you get big bunches. But once the fix is in, stores in the bulb, basically the plant is lost. So any kind of regeneration, you only can get out of the seed.
Okay.
See, the seed grows a new plant, And if by that time, hopefully the concentration through heavy precipitation and so has gone down some, there's some kind of a chance that the new plant will grow again, But this plant is basically lost, Normally you cut it off and it tillers out and comes new growth out of the same bulb, But this doesn't happen anymore.
Okay.
And see, this is the reason why I've been always waiting with the hay the last few years in order to get seed. Get Timothy seed in the ground and hopefully get some clover seed back in the ground, get some young plants grown. See here? Get all clover seed in, See? Because the old plants, they are so contaminated they won't produce anymore properly. What I have to do is make
Right.
I paid the farm off. Have to keep up with the taxes and start here, white strawberry.
Oh, yeah.
Stop there. See, up to there. And that's the way all down through here. See, this ground has been limed 3 times.
Okay.
When it is being brought to their attention, and like with the cattle, blame it on UFOs and aliens. me about this. And the very same sergeant that was in charge in Pelicodiac that ridiculed me about it, in 1999 he showed up as an inspector for the Department of the Environment, complaining about the broken down picket fence.
Okay.
That summer I was working my ass off. I hauled already 800 loads at pretty near 10,000 ton of compost on the land in order to undo the damage. I should have got a medal from the Department of the Environment. Instead they get this joker shown up and then they falsified reports, drag me into court. And his name is Morris Fleming, in case you want to know.
I know him. Had dealings with him.
Hopefully he's not complaining.
Strictly official business.
And that's what I found out. How many of them? Most of the inspectors they had, ex-Mounties. The same way, the ones that run the SPCA, you know, at the top echelon, Mounties, ex-Mounties.
Okay.
So I said to Ivan Pasco, they're from Sussex, he used to be an SPCA inspector.
Yeah.
I said, you know, Ivan, wherever the shit will hit the fan, the Mounties place their man. You know. So when a person wants to get an alternate route, law enforcement doesn't do it. See here? See? Starts up there.
Yeah.
Stops here. Huh? See? No way that wild strawberries come on their own in this kind of a pattern.
No.
On ground that got plenty of lime. Normally, see here, another one, what they seeded, fall dandelions. Then the other one is, oh yeah, here, buttercup.
Oh yeah.
You can follow up those areas where the buttercup goes, wasn't grown there last year. You see how poor the, and you look at the heads of the Timothy, you know, damage to the hay crop, to the same hay.
Yeah.
And all those nasty